Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Laymen Gaming Show. Thank you everyone. Good to see everyone. Thanks so much. All right, calm down. Shut up. How's everyone going today? God, the Last of Us, man. Woo! The Last of Us has become a meme again. Now, The Last of Us hasn't been a meme since Last of Us Part 2. Let's be real. So we're back, baby. We're back. So, Last of Us Part 2, Last of Us PC port news. Other news. There's some trailers that I want to watch with you guys, actually. And all this and more after, oh, you know you want to hear it. Oh, mwah, the drop. Alright, first and foremost, how's everyone going today? Ready for the daily dose of LAMON. I'm ready for you, the second narrative music. I love that name. I mean, that's what I want to name my child, actually. So, it's funny that you're here, man. Funny how the universe throws me something. I'm like, oh my god, yes, of course. Shadow Dancer, what's going on? Oh, I came early again. This is a Christian channel. This is an adult channel. Oh, an adult channel, okay. Took a turn. That hit the spot. Didn't it hit the spot, everyone? Well, let me tell ya. Woo! Last of Us PC port. It has been certainly interesting. So this continues, I think, the many ports that that PlayStation wants to do now, right? I think they've seen what's ahead of them, right? PlayStation 5, PlayStation 6, maybe PlayStation 7, but it is absolutely going to be a time in the future where streaming very much takes over and multi-platform choice is going to be important, right? Xbox has already jumped in on that. They knew they needed to do it, right? Xbox needed to do it because they didn't have a lot of exclusives. They were like, we just need to have as many places as possible that people can play games, right? Where I think PlayStation's seen that they have the exclusives, and on top of that, after it's really successful, they can bring it out on another platform, which they've done, okay? They've brought this out on PC, The Last of Us, the PC port, and it hasn't gone to plan. So this port is being hailed as the worst port ever. People are having multiple crashes. It's just a buggy mess. And the characters look ridiculous. Ooh, a little bit of a testy pop. Ridiculous. But let's look at the user reviews first, because that's when you know people are going to be kind. See, when people are going to the user review Steam page, it's going to be full of kindness, love, and compassion. Let's find that compassion right now, shall we? Another shoddy port from Iron Galaxy. Crashes every 20 minutes. Game is badly optimized. Game looks great, just needs to be better optimized. Crash Simulator. Now this guy's obviously counting, I guess, how many crashes and the different types of crashes. Naughty Dog has discovered an incredible strategy here. Goes a little something like this. Release a technological disaster of a game after drumming up hype and pre-orders. Build shaders in the main menu to run up the clock. Victims' refund window has almost expired by the time they get in-game and realize, step 4, profit. Love it. Wow, this runs like crap. Yep, it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good here. I mean, if we look at the positive reviews, it's 33%. That's also reported by this loser here. Thought I'd just show him. I just thought I'd throw him some, exposure. I don't know if you know this guy. Yeah. Dreamcast guy says he's been trying to boot it up. It's been crashing 3 times in the first hour. Not good. Now, what about? Look at this. Look at what they look like. It looks like something out of the Telltale series. I mean, he just looks like Joel's cooked brother. It looks like the problem child. Like he looks like someone that you have to take care of. Like, oh, have we heard from Uncle Phil? Is Phil doing okay? Is Phil all right? We should probably check on Phil. Yeah. Has anyone heard from him in the last 24 hours? Has any money gone missing from the home? Is he on it again? Jesus. This one just looks like... he just looks broken. He just looks shattered. He's like, oh my god, why am I in this game, man? Why are they doing this to me? Just let me get eaten by a zombie. Like, I'm done. Bold strategy. Bold strategy here, Naughty Dog, implementing blackface. But hey, let's just see how it pays off for you. I mean, who knows, right? It worked for Trudeau, so maybe it's going to work for you guys too. I mean, I'm not sure, but definitely interesting. That's for sure. Definitely interesting indeed. And after that, of course, Naughty Dog came out and said, you know what, guys? We messed up. The Last of Us Part 1 PC players, we've heard your concerns. We've heard your concerns. We didn't play test this for weeks, if not months before. We just had no idea. Like, we just had no idea that this was going to be an absolute mess. We've heard your concerns. Please. And our team is actively investigating multiple issues you've reported. I mean, it's like, oh yeah, just there's a bug. There's a fucking bug. They're everywhere. You mean you're actively investigating? Of course he knew about this shit, right? Come on. It's like Fallout 76. They knew it was going to be a buggy mess, but they did it anyway. We will continue to update you, but our team is prioritizing updates and will address issues in upcoming patches. Everyone's having a good time here building shaders. Completely wiped, re-download, reinstall, crash whole PC at exactly the same moment. I actually want to talk about Resident Evil 4 later, actually, because that's just, isn't an incredible moment to see something that's re-released. But, I mean, that's a remaster. That's a remake, sure. But two games that are dearly beloved. Well, this sounds like Kingdom Hearts. Dearly beloved. And they just have seismic different experiences upon launch. Massively. Now, look at this shit. Last of Us has us in tears. Absolutely. Look at what this looks like. Can you imagine playing this and trying to like be in the story? And like it's all very serious and shit. And it's just like, it turns to Ellie and you're like, whoa, oh my god. I didn't know, I wasn't anticipating a jump scare. Like I didn't know she was going to look like a melting ice cream. I mean, it just looks ridiculous, right? This one is just like, Charles just looks very unimpressed with how he looks. Why they made me like this? God damn it. Kill me now, zombies. Alice just looks equally ice creamed. She's just like, I look like I'm melting. Help me. I look like I'm melting. Joel's like, you're not my daughter. And you're not Ellie either. I don't know what this weird hair, it looks like confetti or something. What is it? God. Absolutely horrendous. Another bug that they've seen. Now, I couldn't see exactly what this guy, but the comments were saying that like he's trying to walk forward and the bug just is not letting him walk forward. Good times. Good times for the PC port. Ah, dear. The funny thing is too, right? Well, not the funny thing. The track record of this studio, which is called, what is it called again? Far out, I forgot it. Live. This is live, everybody. Live. Iron Galaxy. Iron Galaxy. There we go. They did Arkham Knight, and that was actually taken down. So this is the same studio that did Arkham Knight. It was taken down from Steam until it was fixed. But having said that, they also did Metroid Prime Remaster. And that was damn good. And I finished that recently. Absolutely loved it. So not all ports, I think, from this studio have been terrible. But Arkham Knight certainly took the cake in terms of one of the worst ports that we've seen. And a lot of people have brought that up and said, why did they do that? Why did they include a third-party port developer when they, of course, could have done, where is it? Nexus? Okay, well, I can't find it right now. But Nexus is actually another one, another studio that's owned by PlayStation, and they did the Spider-Man remaster port for the PC. I mean, they had a studio that was very competent to do this, but they obviously have seen previously that Iron Galaxy has done good stuff, but it obviously didn't do it great this time. So, like, it's buggy. It's terrible. I missed you too, Mark. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. It's buggy, it's a mess. I think they'll fix this sooner or later. Like, it's gonna happen. Will this actually have a long-term effect on the franchise? Probably not. Like, I know people are pissed, right? But there's multiple ways that people have already played this. It's more the new people that have never played this before that are actually going to experience this and have to deal with this buggy nonsense, right? Now, I'm not excusing it, but what I am saying is a lot of people have already played this game. This is not a brand new game, so I don't know if this is going to fundamentally like affect the franchise or affect what the game is to people, right? Now, The Last of Us TV show put this game on the map for a lot of people that don't play games. They're like, The Last of Us, I love that show. Wow, they made a game. No. No. But a lot of people don't know that these games are, out because they're not hardcore cool gamers like us, fam. So they would have returned to this hoping to now play this, and now this is the first time they're experiencing this is what it looks like, right? Sold to the lowest bidder. That could be very true. You never know, game addict. You never know. But yeah, a lot of people are experiencing this for the first time in such a way that it's just really crappy, And I also think that after the TV show, this was their Edge Runners moment. This was the moment where, how Cyberpunk, the Edge Runners came out on Netflix and then the sales for Cyberpunk 2077 just went through the roof. Like, this was their moment to cash in on that. And they messed it up, sadly. Now, most people aren't going to be trawling through Steam, reviews for the casual, very chilled gamer. They're probably not going to see all the Twitter chat. They're not going to know that this is a buggy mess. For a lot of people that just like the show and they want to play it, right? They're not going to see all the warning signs. But yeah, so look, I think that they've missed an opportunity here. Edge Runners was a perfect example. You release a fantastic anime, everyone flocks to the game. You release a fantastic show like Last of Us TV show from HBO. I mean, people can flock in droves now to PC, and this is their moment to do that with PC. I mean, naturally, a lot of people have a PlayStation 4 lying around that they don't really play anymore, and they might end up playing this because they watch the show. Like, not to say that it's still not going to make money off the success of the show. Not to say that Last of Us didn't need the show. Last of Us did not need HBO. They were already successful, but it does make them more successful. Absolutely. What do you guys think of that? All their PC ports have been horrible. Was the God of War PC port bad? I didn't think that was actually a thing. I thought it was pretty good. But I may be wrong. Literally nobody asked for a remake. Look, I think some people want some remake. You know what we want a remake of? Last of Us Part 2. That's what we want a remake of. We want to see the boat scene in HD. You know what I'm talking about. And you dirty dogs, you know what I'm talking about. People forget quickly that Iron Galaxy nailed Killer Instinct 2013 and then got screwed. Did they do a good port of that, right? Okay. Or, in terms of what they made there. I didn't know that, So like, there's always going to be games that they did well, like Metroid, and then they're going to be kind of hauled over the coals for the ones that they did badly. But that's like with anything, right? Most people are not going to praise a business or a studio for all the good compared to how much they're going to like attack them for the bad, So, part 1 was so unnecessary. Sony could have priced remaster more easily and cheaply. Well, yeah, remasters are a cash grab sometimes. Because sometimes it's just like them, not to say that remasters don't take a lot of work, absolutely. But sometimes, like the Spider-Man remaster, dude, I felt that was way too quick. Spider-Man came out in like 2018, and then they did a remaster in like 2020. It's like, Jesus Christ, let the dust settle. Jesus Christ, my Spidey sense is tingling here that you're just trying to make money off me again. It's ridiculous. The boat scene, you naughty dog, you. You naughty dog. Nah, God of War was good. I thought I heard good stuff about the God of War, but I actually have a list here of other stuff they've done here. So they've done the Miles Morales, God of War, Spider-Man, Uncharted, Sackboy, Returnal. Now, Returnal I heard did run really well, but it needed a beast of a computer to run beautifully, right? Which kind of sounds like it ran buggy, but There was a lot to that game. Like, I remember when I played that on PlayStation 5, I was like, oh my God, if this is the start of the generation, we're off to a good start. This looks absolutely incredible. And of course, naturally, it just went strength to strength. Returnal, in terms of it was released, people loved it more and more. But it's a unique game, you know. It's like, it's a roguelike, but it's like different. Definitely worth playing. This isn't the Returnal review, okay? This isn't the Returnal review. Horizon Zero Dawn, like, I mean, Days Gone, like, it continues, right? So, like, there's a lot of stuff they're doing here, and they're going to continue to want to do that, want to do this, right? Because it makes sense for them to try and port as much over as possible. Because if we look at the strategy, you know, in the next 10 years for PlayStation, as I said at the start of this, I do think that for them to completely exclude PC, hoping to moat their exclusives around the console, short-term thinking. Okay? It's not smart. Not smart. They need to understand that people want to play things on multiple platforms, and being choice, you know, allowing people, consumers to have the choice is going to be very beneficial for them in the long term. Not only does it promote like a strong, healthy brand, like a pro-consumer image, but it also allows them to make more cash, and that's what they're ultimately wanting to do. Days Gone is my favorite Sony PC port. I actually haven't played it on the PC. I did play it on PlayStation as the gruff white male protagonist. You guys remember that? I do. Returnal could have been so much more. I actually thought it was really cool. I loved Returnal. I think they did a really good job of Returnal. A really, really good job of Returnal. So, what else is happening in the news? What's happening in the world of games? So I'm trying to find I got a lot of things at the top here. There we go. Okay. Bobby Kotick. Everyone loves Bobby Kotick. Bobby Kotick is the savior of gaming. He's lovely. He's just such a lovely man. He just wants to help people by releasing them of their jobs and releasing people of their money. He's just a lovely, lovely fellow. You know, people are too harsh on Bobby Kotick. He's a wonderful actor. He was in Moneyball. He actually did a good job there, right? But he did a letter, right, that he actually was an open letter to employees and staff and whatever. And it's ultimately made its round now. It's out and about. And Activision Blizzard published this to show what they think, what Bobby thinks about this current ordeal with Xbox. So ultimately, the main paragraph here, I think, is the good news is regulators who initially had concerns about the console competition are starting to better understand our industry. The data and evidence Microsoft has been presenting are tilting the scale. You may have been seeing statements from Sony, including an argument that if this deal goes through, Microsoft could release deliberately buggy versions of our games on PlayStation. Hang on a second. Buggy games in PlayStation? Have you guys seen The Last of Us Part 1 PC port? No, that would never happen. They would never do that. Never. Where are we now? We all know our passionate players would be the first to hold Microsoft accountable for keeping its promises and content and quality parity. Now it continues to go down and on this subject and says, Sony has even admitted that they aren't actually concerned about the Call of Duty agreement. They would just like to prevent our merger from happening. This is obviously disappointing behavior from a partner for almost 30 years. Shame on you. I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed, Sony. I'm just disappointed. Go to your room. Go to your room. Nah, get out of my sight. Nah, we're done. So Bobby Kotick laying down the law. Laying down the law here for Sony, saying he's disappointed. Very disappointed that they have done this. Now, it is pretty shitty what Sony's doing. They don't even care about Call of Duty. They've openly said that. It's really about them just stopping the merger, because if they can destroy Microsoft, then they win more market share. That's the name of the game. Okay, Sony doesn't have a heart, but Xbox in the same position may be very similar if we lived in an alternative universe. You never know. I mean, back in the day when Call of Duty exclusive content was on Xbox 360, that was fine. And then when it happened on PlayStation 4, Xbox kicked up a stink. But you got to remember, who has the power and the position of the money at the time is going to dictate, I think, the trends. And that was the trend at the time for a lot of exclusive content for Xbox 360, for Call of Duty and other games too. So, interesting. Very interesting indeed. And it's heating up and it's shaping up. And again, guys, they would never make a buggy game. They would never make a buggy game. Who is Sony to talk? Who is Sony to talk? But I will say, it's interesting to see that I feel like we're coming to the end of this now. I do feel like we're coming to the end of this whole fight. And it's going to be maybe a couple of weeks, if not a matter of a month or two before maybe we actually get an answer here, because the Japanese regulation authority or whatever did say they're fine with the merger. Go ahead. Do it to them. It's all good. They're looking to do another X-Files. Now, look. Hard to do one without Mulder and Scully. Agent Mulder. But, I mean, I'd be open to it. I did watch the first 2 seasons of X-Files. I've actually never watched the full thing, right? But I did in 2020 through COVID. I heard how good the first 2 seasons were. I know it progressively didn't get as good as it went on. Something like that. So I watched the first 2 seasons and I loved it. I think something in 2023 with like X-Files could work. It could be pretty cool. I'd be down for that. I'd be absolutely down for that. Good to see you, Sam. Good to see you too, man. Thank you so much. I think it's terrible what's happened in the console world. Sony was winning with quality before Microsoft literally just bought everything out. I understand where people come from, where people are coming from with that, right? I do think though, with Xbox being in the position that it is, I think that having some sort of, having some sort of competition between the two is very important. It's more important, I think, than Xbox just trying to, as much as we want them to have good exclusives, they don't have any good exclusives at the moment, really, right? They got Forza and people love Forza, but like Halo needs some, like a massive revamp. And Gears of War was good. I enjoyed the last game that they brought out, but I didn't actually think it was that great. You know, so I just think ultimately, yeah, it's good to have some competition. And if it means that some of these companies have to be bought by Xbox to keep that competition fierce, we as the consumer will benefit, I think. Sony to remove PS Plus collection library in May. Oh my God, no. Yeah, so they're going to release, they're going to be taking this away in May 9th. I don't know if they've actually confirmed what they're going to be doing in response to taking it down. But look, maybe they're just looking at this and thinking this is not overly profitable for them to keep this included into their offering. Because I used to kind of dabble with PS Plus and not have to buy the game, right? I would just like jump in, play some Last of Us, lol. You know, or whatever, right? Like or play God of War or Final Fantasy. There was a few good games. Or Detroit. Detroit's a good game, you know? And I just think maybe they just need to go back to the drawing board. Just like Microsoft went back to the drawing board and took away the $1 Game Pass subscription. That was a shame. Everyone loved using that over and over again. That's a real shame. Absolutely. PS5 has sold 533,000 units in the US of Feb. I mean, that's massive. We don't see Xbox ever release how much they're selling. Unless I haven't seen it. I think we need like a forensic accountant to figure this shit out. Because we don't really see it from them. They don't actually bring it out. They don't tell us. And also off the back of that, actually, where is it? I want to talk about. Oh, that's later. Sorry, that's later. This is something I want to watch with you guys. This looks freaking sick. I don't know if you've seen this, right? I've seen a previous trailer of this, but it's a second trailer has been released, and let's watch it together.
It's time to break out of your packaging. dive into the toy field and fight waves of classic toys. Your mission is to defend the hypercore, collect action figures, and defeat major evil. Watch out for the Cyber T-Rex, or the boss in the bathroom. And dozens of more classic toys.
Ultra Vault.
Be vigilant, soldier. The fate of Toykind is in your plastic hands.
I think that looks sick.
Are you waiting for, recruit?
What are you waiting for, recruit? I think it looks...
Power up,
No, we don't want to hear you again, all right? I think it looks really cool, man. I think that's sick. It reminds me of Universal Soldier. Is that what it was called? Remember the game? Remember the... back in the day, the Universal Soldier in the 90s, it was like a movie about toys. You guys know what I'm talking about? That was a freaking cool movie. And I actually had some of the toys. Nah, I mean, Toy Story, yes, but this feels a bit more Commando, you know? You remember, right? Toy Story felt a bit more like kiddish, where the other one felt a bit more adult toy. I think like a good adult toy, am I right? Toy Soldier movie, something like that, right? Maybe it's going to be in the comments. No. So I think that looks really cool. Small Soldiers. Was it Small Soldiers? Small Soldiers. No, Universal Soldier. Wasn't that with Van Damme? I thought it was. Yeah, okay. okay. Guys, with live, you get to experience me in all my smartness and all my dumbness, okay? No, I remember now. That's right. Small Soldiers. Universal Soldier was like the Van Damme thing. That's right. He was like a robot, like trained to kill or some shit, right? Something like that. Or like his mind was changed so much. Something like that. Actually, Small Soldiers. Yes, 1998. That was mad. That was actually mad. Loved that movie. An Xbox Series X Diablo 4 edition console has seemingly been leaked. Now, when I checked this before, if I remember correctly, I saw it. Like, I saw a photo of it, but they may have taken it down. Maybe they took it down. But of course, we're going to see this stuff, right? Now, Xbox Series X Diablo 4 is probably going to run really well. I mean, I don't know the actual specs, but I'm guessing at least, like, well, of course, at least 60, but like 120? That'd be kind of cool. I'll be kind of excited to play it on there, but I think I'll play it on PC because Master Race. But I don't know, you know, I think we're going to see a lot of this stuff. We also saw the Tears of the Kingdom Special Edition Switch, which I don't have here today for you guys. But you probably have seen it on Twitter. Small Soldiers, Kirsten Dunst, Jay Moore, Dennis Leary, David Cross. What, they were all in Small Soldiers? Really? Shit. Actually, you know what? Sorry, I thought you meant the voiceovers. I remember Kirsten Dunst in this now. Yes. I remember that now. Steam client will no longer run Windows 7 and Windows 8 operating systems. No. Guys. You know those grey computers? Like every computer from the 90s looked grey. That light grey? And that big button on the side? What happened to that? It's a shame. They should bring it back a PC that looks like it's from the 90s, but it's an absolute beast. It'd be kind of cool. But we don't want the big monitor, the big thing at the back. We don't want that, do we? So, yeah. So any gamers that want to play from 1992, Sols, you got to go. Now, when was Windows 7 and 8? It was like 2000, right? Something like that. Rumors swirl as E3 future as Sega. Even more publishers back out. Nothing like a good old pull out. Oh man, best colors, CD drives. Man, I don't have a CD drive in my computer anymore. Bring back grey computer shells. I'm not even kidding. They'll be sick. I think that'd be so cool. I'm surprised that they don't do that. People still in the comments like, it was Small Soldiers. Yes, we know. We know now. We know. Before which they did Small Soldiers with Van Damme. Oh, okay. Yeah, of course. Yep. Shaders took forever to load. Well, especially in the 90s. Rumors swell. Now, it's not looking good. So, I covered this yesterday. We're just doing a little bit of a repeat here. As you guys know, E3 is not looking good. Ubisoft pulled out. There's actually a tweet here showing who's coming and who's not coming. E3, no Xbox, no Nintendo, no PlayStation, no Ubisoft, no Sega, no Tencent. And here it says the people that have not confirmed. So you know, like 3 months out, you know it's looking good when no other publishers on this list have confirmed. They want the surprise. The surprise of saying, we're not coming. E3, EA, Take-Two, Activision, Blizzard, Bandai Namco, Square Enix. Now, I did see Devolver Digital, which I want to bring up here. No Devolver Digital E3 parking lot this year, but we will have a fresh new Devolver Direct presentation through Summer Games Fest. Booyah! Jeff Keighley, he's winning. He's winning every day. And ESA, E3... totally destroyed. Worst deal ever. I don't think it's gonna. I mean, as I said before yesterday, I don't think we're gonna see E3 this year. Pullout game is strong. E3 is dead, but the pullout game is strong for E3 at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. It is crazy how many people are actually just not wanting to come. And we saw Jason Schreier yesterday talk about. He put a tweet up saying. He was asking a lot of people at a convention that he was at, and he was saying to these kind of people that would know if their particular company and developer is going to go to E3, and all of them were like, I'm not sure if we're going, maybe, who knows. E3 is dire. And Jeff Keighley is just lapping it all up. Report, this just in, Jeff Keighley shot down an E3 spy balloon earlier this morning, according to nearby sources. It is not looking good for E3, and it's looking better and better for Jeff Keighley. And the Summer Games Fest. I think Summer Games Fest is just going to be the next E3. Well, you know, in terms of that's where we celebrate games, that's where we see game announcements, that's where everyone comes together and like experiences like the mecca of gaming for a week or so. This is what it feels like. Summer Games Fest. In the heat of E3 crashing and burning, Summer Games Fest is like, you know what? We're going to tweet today. Production is ramping up on our biggest Summer Game Fest ever. The video game industry comes together this June, kicking off live from the YouTube Theater on Thursday, June 8th. Woo! I mean, there could be any time that Jeff Keighley in Summer Games Fest. It's really Jeff Keighley. Let's be real. He's the one that's pressing the send nuke button. They could have done this any time, but they're like, you know what? Let's send this today. Let's send that. We are going strength to strength. Production is just going bigger and bigger, bigger and better. I'm very excited to see what Summer Game Fest is, and I'm really excited to see what E3 is, if there even is. Jeff Keighley watching E3's downfall. So true. God, I love this meme. I haven't seen this in a while. Great meme. Great meme. I'm a meme connoisseur, as you guys know. Let Jeff cook. Yeah, unzipped it and slapped it on the table. Absolutely, Jeff is the dude now. He is the dude, man. He's definitely the dude. I was literally just scrolling YouTube while I waited for my Last of Us PC version reboot after a crash. Irony. Yeah. Yeah, I would try and just like not play The Last of Us on PC for at least like a month or two, it sounds like. I mean, most people that are hardcore gamers, like most of the people in this chat, seasoned veteran gamers, I mean, you can probably just play it on another console, right? You probably have a PlayStation 4 lying around. Most people do. In this chat, I mean. Not like most people do. I'm like, Mom, you got a PlayStation 4 hanging around? Grandma, you got any PlayStation 4s? What's a PlayStation 4? Never mind. God. What happened? Did they stop serving alcohol or something at E3? I think they just stopped serving content at E3. I think that's what happened. I think E3 just stopped being cool. And it wasn't because of COVID. It already started happening as early as 2013 with Nintendo doing their own thing. I would say for at least until a Steam sale. Yeah, exactly. My big Greek therapy session. Yo, Sam, what's going on, man? Thank you for tuning in. I just want to say on a side note, I appreciate you guys tuning in every day now. It's really nice. I appreciate that. I love you. Good to see you guys here. Thank you so much for the subscription. And you guys are good dudes. You guys are good dudes. And ladies. And dudettes. Started serving advertisements. Well, I thought when they started opening it to the public, E3, that was going to be a good thing. I do think that. If only they continued doing that. But they didn't have enough time. I don't think they had enough time. If they started doing that like 2013 or something, I think that would have built up the community a bit more. It would have become like QuakeCon, and then people aren't just there to see announcements. They're also there to hang out with their fellow gamer, the fellow smelly gamer. But now they can't do that. I don't think, again, I mean, we're treading all ground here, but I bet you $1 million Republic credits that this is not happening this year. Bold of you to assume that there are girls here. Funny enough, I have access to my analytics. I'm gonna, let's play a guessing game. What percentage do you guys think is girls that watch the show? I'll come back to that. Have a think. What percentage is girls? How many ladies are trying to hit me up on YouTube? Ultimately, that's the question. A lot, of course. Big news. Huge. Big news, guys. Massive news. Has to be part of the gaming segment. You know what? We cover anything on this channel. Who gives a shit? As long as it's good. As long as it's topical. As long as it's pop culture-ish. All that matters. Oh, I love all this. I love all this. Okay. Okay, so someone that just posted there is right. 110%. 60% of the time it works. Every time. Alright, you guys ready for this? It's 0.1%. So the closest was 0.01. I guess that's the closest. Oh, 0.2 is the closest. Okay, someone did 0.2. 0.1 are ladies. That's how popular I am with the ladies. So many just flock. I mean, I get it. Chill. Whoa. A barrage of 0.1 ladies. Come on. That sounds like... I'm like 0.1 out of 10. No, like... yeah, so most of you are dudes. And that's okay. This is the dude hangout. Plus, any ladies that want to watch, you are welcome. I love you. Appreciate you. And thank you so much for being here. Okay. So Pepsi has changed the logo. Huge news. That's Pepsi. This is new Pepsi. New Pepsi. I mean, it's kind of cool. I guess. I mean, it's not revolutionary. But, you know, I kind of like the old one. That always reminded me of the Korean airline. You know the Korean airline logo? That looks so much like it. Should I show you what I mean? Let's do it, Tom. Korean airline. Yeah, this one. Bam, bam, now. That reminds me always of Pepsi. I reckon. It's very PepsiCo. You know? It's like, I want to fly Emirates. Oh, sorry, we only have Korean airline. Is that okay? These are the original ones. It's kind of cool. 1898 to 1904. God, they didn't stick with that very long. They didn't really believe in it. They're like, no, we got to change this right now. 6 years in, not working. Because it just looks like a spatter of something, and they're like, yeah, that'll do. I think that, they're like, what does that spell? Pepsi Cola? Okay, cool. Pepsi Cola, that's the logo. But 2023 looks like it's like a dance party, like something you'd see in the dance party while you're raving, taking all sorts of good tablets for you. Oh wait, are we seeing Burger King's logo? Let's check out logos. Hell yeah, YouTube's favorite show, 1955. I mean, that's kind of cool. Whoa, he looks a bit chubby. He looks like he's enjoying his giant Coke. I like that one. It's endearing. I like it. Burger King. I've seen that one forever. I mean, that looks like the same, really. Just leave them. Just leave them. Who gives a shit? Burger King. I remember this one when I was, you know, when I was growing up, 18 years old, going, oh, what a big night. We need to get some burgers into us. Where's McDonald's? It's too far. Oh, fuck. We'll get some Burger King then. We call it Hungry Jack's here too, but there's also Burger King. There's both here. There's both here. Or there used to be, at least. I don't know if we got Hungry... I'm pretty sure we still got Hungry Jack's. Pretty sure we still got Hungry Jack's. Oh, wait. Where are the other ones? YouTube's favorite show. Let's have a look at the other ones. Oh, that's it. Oh. Oh. Oh, I thought there was going to be other things. But yeah. Very important news segment right there. Very important. Speaking of important news, we cover everything here. House of Dragon Season 2 will only have 8 episodes. Fewer than Season 1. Quick maths. It's reportedly a story-driven thing, less than a cost-cutting thing. But I think we've seen most of the time it's been a 10-part series for a lot of stuff, right? HBO did 9. Last of Us HBO did 9. And they were originally going to do 10. They cut it back. So they did that for story reasons too. So look, I thought the House of Dragons was so good, man. Did you guys enjoy that? I think it was really, really good, actually. I'm actually very excited for it. And it really showed that you can revive it. You can come back with... I mean, Season 8 or... What was the last one? Was it Season 8 or Season 7? I can't even remember. People hated the ending so much. And like... Controversial here, but like, I didn't hate it. I thought it was rushed as hell. But I didn't like, oh my god, my world has ended. But like, some people on Twitter were like, oh my god, I can't go to work today. Season 8 was so bad. I just can't do it. I'm sorry. I need a day. I don't understand. Like, it didn't really matter, you know? And I was always willing to give this a chance. Like, who wasn't going to give this a chance? Who gives a shit, right? Just give it a second chance. And we did. Season 1 of House of Dragons was absolutely incredible. Season 2 is probably going to be lit. And I'm very excited to see more of that. But what do you guys think of that? House of the Milker. Is that... Are you saying that they're just milking it? Is that what you mean? Do you guys remember the Red Wedding? Yeah. See, if you have a young child, show them that. That's not going to traumatize them. Oh my fucking god, Laymen gaming video! Oh my god! Hey dude. Good to see you. It needed to be 10 episodes, not 6. What are we talking about here? There was no 10. I think, so Last of Us was 9 episodes. And House of Dragon was 10, right? I think it was. I didn't hate it either, but I would never ever watch the show. But then I never even watched the show, so I guess my opinion does. Oh, then what are you talking about? Get out of here, buddy. Yeah, like I probably wouldn't go back and watch the entire... Like, I've watched Sopranos like 6 times. Oh, how the fuck are you? Like, I really enjoy Sopranos. And because it finished in a way that I really enjoyed, I can easily go back and enjoy that entire thing over and over again. But knowing that you know, Game of Thrones ended the way it did, some people cannot go back and watch it again. Chris means Game of Thrones. Wait, there was only 6 episodes? No, there wasn't 6 episodes. It needed to be 10 episodes, not 6. Or was there only 6 episodes in the final season of Game of Thrones? Fuck, I can't even remember that now, dude. Shit. It's crazy. Is Sopranos good? Mate, Sopranos is the greatest show ever made. Not even kidding. Look up anything and it'll say it's the best ever made. I think it's like, for me, Sopranos, Oz. I really enjoyed Boardwalk Empire that I recently watched, but it's nowhere near as strong as those. Then there's Watchmen, HBO, season 1. Incredible. These are some of the favorite things that I've seen from HBO, and yeah. I always skip the last season. You should go back and watch it so you can hate it like everyone else. Absolutely. What else happening? Oh my god, guys, this is actually decent news today. So The Good Guys is actually a retailer. It's a retailer in Australia. And they posted overnight some interesting text on their website. And their song is "Come and see the good guys." Remember the Beach Boys song? Anyway, you're not here to hear me sing, okay? Because that might increase the ladies from 0.1 to 0.2. So it says the new look, slimmer PlayStation 5, incredibly vivid, vibrant colors with breathtaking HDR visuals and immersion, whether you're gaming or streaming movies and TV shows. I think that's a pretty PlayStation Slim confirmed. PlayStation Slim confirmed. I've actually got some concepts here. Oh my God, look at the Slim. Dude, that Slim is lit. Slim is lit. Excited for that. Remember this concept thing? Whatever this was? Remember this? Oh my God, that's cool, man. That should have been it. Sony dropped the ball. That should have been it. I'm sorry, but that legit looks mad. What the hell is this hunk of junk? Huh? Doesn't have, like, it's not built for speed like this is. That's a real shame. And there's another one. Remember this? Man, you know, remember seeing all this shit? Oh, yes. The concepts. I would play that. I would play that. Absolutely. But this was a dev kit, right? Like, I remember this or something like this, and people were like, this is a dev kit and this is real. I remember that. Yeah. I mean, why are all these concepts so much cooler than the look of the real one? But like, the real one looks nice. Like, it's fine. Like, it's not the end of the world. But, oh, it has already been debunked. No way. Oh, really? Damn, that's a shame. I was so excited for that. I saw that this morning. It was all over Twitter. God damn it. Well, if it's not debunked, I'm sticking to it. Oh, wait, here we go. It's right here. It's been updated. Okay. Oh, it's a shame. Oh, it's a shame. Well, I bring you the news. Doesn't matter if it's true or not. You've been informed. Now, this is kind of cool, right? Resident Evil 4 officially sold 3 million copies in 2 days. Holy shit, that's a lot, man. And that's really showing that the remake industry, that's even an industry, is here to stay. Resident Evil 4 was a fantastic game. I absolutely loved it. I smashed that. I finished it in like 2 or 3 days, and it's selling incredibly well. And it should sell incredibly well. Yeah, I mean, I just think it's been such an incredible nostalgic revisit for a lot of people, and it was done right. And Resident Evil 3, their remake wasn't so good. So I think they had to come back to the drawing board and make sure they delivered something that was absolutely incredible, which they did. Because this one, if this was also not that great in terms of what they delivered, it wouldn't instill a lot of confidence for a lot of people that wanted to jump onto Res Evil 5 remake, which of course they're going to do in the future, right? So really good to see. And again, off the back of The Last of Us being released onto PC port and being absolutely destroyed, although they're not the same, the remake here is going strength to strength because the quality is doing the talking. They've got to run out of games to remaster. Well, this is the thing, right? I reckon that remasters are just going to become this continuous thing. Like God of War Ragnarok. In 10 years, 15 years, we're going to see a remaster of that. And our kids will be like, hell's this shit? I want to play this. I want to play Atreus game where now he's old. That's the one I want to play. I never played a Resident Evil game. Can't really get into them. I understand that it's a certain niche. It's like a Souls game. There's a niche to it, right? But it's worth playing once you jump into it. I want a Metal Gear Solid 3 remake for PC. Dude, I reckon we're going to see a MGS3 remake at E3. It'll be the only reason we tune into E3. Sadly. Resident Evil 3 remake wasn't even made by Capcom. Really? I can't remember that. We reviewed that. So I may have remembered. I may have known that once upon a time, but I have forgotten that now. Resident Evil 4 was the GOAT. I actually do think it's the greatest Res game ever made. Legit. I've played Resident Evil 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, not 6, 7, and 8. I haven't played the spin-offs. And I've finished majority of those. I finished 2, 3, 4, not 5, 7, and 8. And they were great. They were great. I want a Dino Crisis remake. We were talking about that yesterday. Absolutely, man. I definitely want a remake of that. Dino Crisis is lit. They need to bring that back. If they don't, then shame on them. And also, there's money to be made there. Like, let's be honest. There's money to be made there. And they're not doing it out of the goodness of their heart. They're not going to be like, okay, guys, 4 years. We're just gonna like hamper down, crunch, destroy our employees, work them to the bone, and then just release it for free. Like, you know, that's what we want to do. We're here to serve our customers and not pay and not charge them anything. Crunch. Feels like it's everywhere. But look, I mean, we didn't hear any reports of crunch for Resident Evil. But like generally, feels like 5 out of every 10 games, there's some sort of report of crunch. It's like, we don't care if it's released 6 months later. Like, it really doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like, just let them sleep. Let them get a decent sleep and like not have to eat at their desk. It's really not a big deal. The game comes out 8 months later. What am I talking about? I want it now. Keep working. Whoosh. What do you mean you want to go to bed? Are you weak? Hurry up and make the goddamn game. Code Veronica remake. I haven't played Code Veronica, so I do want to play that. Apparently Bluepoint is working on the Metal Gear remake. Bluepoint has made some other really good ports, right? Remakes. I can't remember off the top of my head. What else have they done? Chat, help me. Makes sense to do Dino Crisis next. Res 5 and 6 aren't really ones we want remade. I don't think that Res 5 and 6 are as revered as Res 2, 3, and 4. You know? I don't think it actually has the same brand power. So I would much prefer a Dino Crisis. And if they did Dino Crisis, so many people would line up. So many people would line up. It's just a shame that we're in the dark on this. It's a real shame. Speaking of the darkness, let us bring you into the light. Have you guys seen the Jesus Christ game that they made? Now, we saw this a while ago, but looks like a new trailer dropped about a month ago, but screw it, I'm going to show you anyway.
Many people have attempted to write about the things that have taken place among us. Reports of these things were handed down to us. There were people who saw these things for themselves from the beginning. They saw them and then passed the word on. With this in mind, I myself have carefully looked into everything from the beginning.
I'm Simon. This is my brother, Andrew. We're trying to catch fish.
But I'm afraid the wedding appears to have a small issue. I don't know, but I thought you might be able to help.
Oh yeah, this looks lit. It's just like a Bioshock.
This wine is better than the wine we had before.
Please, Lord, just heal my son.
Oh my god, is he in the boy?
Lord, if it's you, Peter replied.
Is he in the boy? Oh my god, now we know where the priest learnt it all. This music's pretty freaking epic.
I am doing this for you. I want you to know that the things you have been taught are true.
I am Jesus Christ. Greens, beans, potatoes, tomatoes, or lambs. What do you even say about that? I mean, like, who is the evil apostle? He's gonna be the end boss. He's the villain. He's the villain. He's like, you know, I gotta go, Jesus. Got a meeting with not the Jews. Promise you. I'm not meeting them. Okay, I promise you, I'm not gonna dob you in. Okay? I love this. Where is it? Oh yeah, this looks like straight out of Bioshock. His hand just like... This wine was better than the one before. Can you imagine like the quest lines here? It's like, my little Billy is turning 13. We're gonna let him drink. But all we have is this dastardly water. If only there was someone here to give us a helping hand. Look at this, he's inside the child. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Literally. This is very funny. What are the other quest lines? Yeah, I mean, there's going to be a skill tree. Learn how to not die. Come back every... Look at all these freaking quests right here. Oh my god, I feel like there's too much. There's too many of them. Everyone's like, please, I need help. I need to do a miracle. It's like, oh my god, I'm overdoing miracles. Leave me be. Oh my god, give me a drink. Oh, let me just change this into wine. Whew. No, thank god. If you don't leave me alone, I'm going to get this stick and turn it into a snake. And I'm going to throw it at you. Okay? That's what I'm going to do. Another quest line. My shun is sick. There's a lake. If only it can be parted. Instead of parting it, just maybe heal the sun. Maybe. But you know what? They got to mix it up. Maybe there's like, there's the timed events. You need to get over the lake. ASAP. Mary's having another baby. What? She needs help. Get over the lake. Mary's like, oh, you know, it's a miracle. Jesus was a miracle. Jesus was a miracle. I'm very excited to see this game. I want to review this game. I'm going to just move the boulder like, get out of the way. I want to look at the homework folder. What's the end game? I think the end game is you have to like, maybe this is Diablo, oh, bro. This is Diablo, but like packaged in a different way. You got to go down to hell and kill Diablo. That's what you're supposed to do. What happens if Jesus wants to go for a swim? He like dives in and like hits his head. He's like, oh fuck, I forgot I could walk on this shit. Christ. Literally, stop taking my own name in vain. Ugh. What other miracles can I make jokes about? I don't know. Oh dear. Yeah, I don't know what the end game is. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Maybe the start of the game is just you being a carpenter. It's like, oh, this is boring. When am I going to become the second coming? When am I going to becoming the Messiah? Oh dear. I mean, actually, we kind of know the ending of the game. I forgot. We kind of know the ending. He just has unlimited power. Unlimited power. We do know the ending of this game. We know where it's going to end up. So, spoiler alert, don't read the Bible. Don't read the Bible. Read the Old Testament if you want, but don't go to the next page or the pages on, because you're going to start learning how this game ends. Still. Oh, man. Should we check what's on Reddit before we finish for the day? Check what's on Reddit. Bam, 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 bam. Reddit. Oh. Okay. What else have we got here? Where is it? Gaming news. Happening in the world of news, in the gaming world. Some will say it's scripted. You mean the game? A bad ending. Yeah. I think it's a shame that they're going to end it like that. I want a sequel. The Resurrection. That's what I want to see. PlayStation game, monthly games, April, Meet Your Maker, Sackboy, A Big Adventure, and Tales of Iron. Cool. Hogwarts pushed February spending up 6%. Man, oh wait. Metal Gear 3 Remake to release 2020 according to Insider. Holy shit, this is hot off the presses. Hot off the presses. Have a look. 2024. Industry Insider Andy Robinson. Oh, go away. We've noticed that you're using an ad blocker. Would you like to take that off? No. How about no? Industry Insider Andy Robinson of VGS recently claimed that after years away from the industry, Konami is set to make a grand return this E3. Publisher reporting having multiple exciting projects in the work, including a brand new Castlevania game and a full remake of PlayStation 2 classic Metal Gear Solid 3. I thought, did I have this on GameCube? Or was that Twin Snakes? I can't remember now. That's kind of cool. Snake, dun 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 dun. Snake, dun dun dun. I'm just looking at the comments. Building a house for the uncle. Yep. Oh, you know what he has to do? The Jesus game, you know what he has to do? I mean, it's definitely not what he did biblically, but we're just going to throw it in. He has to build the ark, right? Noah, you sit down. Noah, you're tired. I've got this. And he's just like, oh man. Yeah, we're back on the Jesus thing. I can't get over the Jesus game. I really want to play it. Yeah, I think Twin Snake was Metal Gear 1 on the Cube. Yeah. I think you're right. I think Twin Snakes was on the Cube. Cool. Okay. Awesome. Very excited for that. Definitely want to cover that when it does happen, which, you know. Last of Us Part 1 for PC is a buggy mess. I don't know if you guys knew this. I didn't get to cover this today, but Last of Us is a buggy mess on PC. Last of Us is a buggy mess on PC. Hogwarts is spending up 6%. Is that across the board, I'm guessing? Yes, accept all cookies. Take all my data. January. I think this is collectively across all hardware. Yeah, wow, okay. Hogwarts was a massive game. I mean, it sold incredibly well, and I think as a whole, we're going to see DLC and another game coming out on this. Absolutely. But guys, that is it for today. What do you reckon? What a show. What a show with the fam. I appreciate you. I love you all so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. All the people that stick around for the show, I appreciate that. And I will see you guys maybe tomorrow if there's more news, reviews, and discussions. Till next time, Laymen out.